Hi everyone, it's Lani and welcome back to our Friday Chit Chat video. So I woke up yesterday morning just kind of feeling under the weather, so I'm doing everything I can to prevent myself from getting sick. Buying cough drops, buying, everything that I need. And have you guys ever tried that Starbucks drink called Medicine Ball? My best friend let me try it earlier. Actually, no, it was earlier this year, just like right in the beginning. I got really sick and she just recommended, she said this is her go-to drink, but she's not feeling well. It was so good. It literally just tasted like a warm hug. Well, not a warm hug. Who knows what a warm hug tastes like? But anyways, it was just really, really good. I don't know. I didn't really know exactly what to expect, but from the first sip, I was just like, oh, this is like really, really good. But I decided that I wanted to try making it for myself, and it wasn't as good, obviously, as theirs was, but I think I kind of figured out an almost identical recipe last night. So I know with the weather changing, everyone is getting sick, sharing germs, spreading germs. And I was thinking about maybe filming a DIY Starbucks medicine ball tea for you guys. So let me know if that's something you're interested in so you can save some money and buy some cough drops and medicine instead of Starbucks teas. So have you guys seen all of these new makeup launches that are coming out? Anastasia just launched the 3 volumes of the Norvina palettes. They look incredible. But then I saw last night they gave us a sneak peek of the new Carly Bible palette, which also looks beautiful. I don't know if I'm going to get my hands on that. I don't know about you. It's a lot going on. Me and my friend were talking about it last night, and it's just, we want to enjoy the palettes, we want to enjoy the products. Not everyone wants to go out and spend all this money on every single product. So it's kind of overwhelming, and I don't know about you, but I can't hang. I'm not trying to buy everything. I just want to go to the store, touch things, swatch things, make sure that whatever I spend my money on, I know I'm going to use it, because I'm trying to put out content and I'm also trying to buy things that I like. So I think right now I'm going to hold off on getting any palettes and just kind of start focusing on getting a couple of new brushes. The brushes I have right now, I absolutely love them, but I've had them for such a long time and I wash my brushes every time I use it. So it is starting to lose their shape a little bit, not too much, but there are a couple of brushes that I do need to replace, and it's not doing what I need it to do. So if you do see a couple of videos where I'm just kind of swapping between brushes, it's because one brush is just not doing what I remember it doing at one point. So if you guys have any recommendations, let me know below. I do prefer Morphe brushes because they're affordable, they're local, because there's a Morphe store not too far from me, and all the brushes that I have from them I absolutely love. So if you have any favorite Morphe eyeshadow, not even just eyeshadow, just brushes in general, let me know in the comments below and I'll definitely check it out, because your girl needs some brushes and I'd appreciate any recommendations that you guys have. You know what I'm also looking for? Some new fall lipsticks. It doesn't matter if it's liquid lipstick or a bullet lipstick. I have this really bad habit of every time I go to the store, I always seem to find myself in the nude lipstick section. I don't know, there's just something about a really good nude lipstick that I just can't get away from. I don't know if I'm just constantly always on a mission looking for the perfect nude. How many times did I say new nudes? But yeah, if I can find 1 or 2, maybe 3 fall lipsticks to go and complement a bunch of fall looks that I do have in mind, I think I'd be really happy. So if you are my complexion or close to my skin tone, let me know what you would recommend. Like I said, it doesn't matter if high end, low end. I mean, I love more affordable products, because I did a poll on Instagram a while ago and it was actually tied. It was 50-50. Half of you guys said that it didn't matter if it was high end or drugstore, and then the other half said that you would prefer more affordable. So I think I want to keep them more on the affordable side so everyone is happy, but I do want really good quality. So if you do have any recommendations, please let me know. comments below, comments section. I appreciate it so much. Lately, I've really been loving the Morphe and Orpha vinyl lipstick collab. I actually have it right here. I used it in one of my recent videos. It was, what was the look? It was the one that I used in with the Jaclyn Hill palette. So this is what it looks like. This is the color. It is so pretty, and this is the lip liner that goes with it. I'll swatch it for you guys, but I absolutely, I'm not gonna do a crazy swatch. I'm gonna do a really thin but kind of larger swatch so you guys can really see it. I'm gonna get better at swatching one day. You will see. I'm gonna be really good at this, but not today. Today's not that day. So this is what it looks like. It is so pretty. It's so comfortable. I do notice with the, well, this is the only Morphe liquid lipstick that I own. And the first time I used it, I went really, really heavy handed, and the formula was just really thick and just uncomfortable. And I was like, I don't know what I just spent my money on, but the color was absolutely beautiful. And then the second time I used it, I went in with a really thin layer. It was so much better. And then after that, I just constantly kept reaching for it and just using it constantly. It's really disappointing when you fall in love with a product and it's just limited edition, you can't get your hands on it. I hate especially, yeah, I hate especially when it's a lipstick that's limited edition, because lipsticks don't last as long as palettes, you know, shadow products. You know, you have to get rid of that a lot sooner than you do with eyeshadow palettes. Well, at least I do. And it's just really disappointing, especially because I feel like it's really hard for me. If it's hard for me, I feel like other people have the same issue, but it's hard for me to find lipsticks that I really like. And this color is just so pretty. It's literally the most perfect 90s lipstick with kind of a little twist. And I know that was her whole intention. If you know about her whole collab with this, you know the whole story behind it. She just loved the whole 90s look, and I knew she wasn't going to disappoint, and she didn't. But now I'm disappointed because I don't really know exactly how much of the lipstick I have left. So I wanted to start interacting with you guys a little bit more, and earlier I went on Instagram and Facebook and I asked you guys if you had any questions for me, and instead of answering them on Instagram, I would just insert it in our Friday videos. So let me know if you like that idea of us doing a little question and answer segment. It can be beauty related, non-beauty related, pretty much whatever. If you have any questions for me, let me know, ask, and I will answer. So I did get a couple of questions, or I'm sorry, yeah, I did get a couple of questions. I didn't get too many because it was really last minute, and I'm actually filming this a bit earlier than I planned on doing so. So if I get a bunch of other questions, I'll just kind of roll it over into next week's video. So I'm going to read off the questions and then I will answer them. So the first question is from Slick Vic 6969. Why are you beautiful, and how can we get Ro and some coffee? Thank you. I actually don't know what Ro is. I saw that comment floating around all over Instagram, and I was just really lost. So if someone can please explain it to me. Stop the World _ photography asked, what would you say your favorite thing is about yourself? # love yourself. I want to say I have a strong willingness to bettering myself and wanting to grow. I just constantly want to keep learning and being better and just not getting stagnant. Eternal Schemes asked, what is your favorite color scheme? Girl, I love me some girly tones. I mean, wait, no, it's here. I'm just so bad at trying to like figure out where it is. But do you see this background? I love girly tones. I love pinks, purples, but I also like dark grays and blacks also. So I'm kind of everywhere when it comes to that, but hopefully I answered your question. Okay, so Danielle wants to know how to choose foundations for combination skin, oily, dry, and also what's the best method for blending concealer. So this is a lot of trial and error. I'm going to be very honest with you. It's a lot of trial and error, and it's a lot of your preference. That has everything to do with it. There's no right or wrong answer. You need to kind of factor in a couple of things. You need to figure out what kind of finish do you want. Do you want a satin finish? Do you want a matte finish? Do you want a dewy natural finish? And then you also have to figure out what kind of coverage are you looking for, light, medium, full. There are also, just because you're a combination doesn't mean that you're necessarily gonna like matte foundations. And just because you're dry doesn't mean you're gonna necessarily like dewy foundations. I'm a combination and I used to love matte foundations. I felt like they held up really well, but I don't know, maybe it's, I think as, when would I say? I want to say maybe the past couple of months, I have not been reaching for any matte foundation. I like the way matte foundations hold up, but I've been looking for more of a satin finish. It just looks a lot better. It looks like skin. And if I need to do any kind of spot concealing, then I go in with a concealer. But it's all about preference. So you do have to factor in a bunch of that. And then you're gonna have to do some research. You're gonna have to figure out what foundations are going to work for you. So I know with Sephora, they have on their app, they have a area where you type in your skin type and then what you're looking for. So if you're looking for a foundation but you prefer liquids, they have a list of all the liquid foundations. If you're looking for powders, they have that list. Sticks, they have that also. But yeah, you're gonna have to do a little bit of trial and error, just try to figure out what's going to work for you, what you like, and then you can go to the counters and they will give you samples so you can test it out and see for yourself if you like this or if you don't. I think they give you up to 3 samples per visit, so go and get your 3 samples, try out a few of these and see what works for you. And I know it's a pain, but once you find your perfect foundation and you find something that you like, you're going to be so happy because it was worth all of the headaches. But yeah, everything is pretty much just trial and error. And if you're gonna look for drugstore foundations, just do some research, go on YouTube. YouTube is amazing. It has everything you could possibly need. Anything you're looking for, there is someone with a video out there for you. Yeah, watch the reviews and watch the videos. It honestly helps a lot. And if you're looking for more drugstore foundations, keep your receipts in case you don't like a product that you came home with. They will take it back if it doesn't match or if you don't like it. They don't really give you too much trouble with that. So hopefully that helps. It's just, like I said, a bit of trial and error. Okay, and the second part of her question was, what is the best method or tool for blending concealer? So again, this is all preference based. I prefer using a beauty sponge. It doesn't matter whichever one you have. Some people like to use a brush. I don't typically reach for a brush. I did in the beginning because I found the concealers, that I was using weren't as full coverage as I wanted them to be. So a brush, I felt, really kind of packed in the products just to like stippling it in. I'll show you the brush that I use because it's right here. It is this brush right here. This is a Morphe EA brush. It is a lot bigger, but the only issue with this brush is I can't get really close. So I do still also go in with a beauty sponge after. I just feel like it works the best for me. So again, like I said, it's all preference. Try out brushes and sponges and just see what works for you and then kind of work that way. If you like the idea of a brush, go in with a brush first, and then if you need any kind of further blending out, then go in with the sponge. Okay, and Casey has 3 questions. The first one says, you're stranded on an island. What 3 things do you take with you? Casey, girl, you are killing me. 3 items, 3 makeup products. That's all I can get. Okay. Well, I'm assuming, you wrote 3 things do you take with you. So I'm gonna assume you're talking beauty makeup wise. Okay, so 3 items. So the first one is going to hands down be lip balm. I cannot live without lip balm. It is my first love and I can't function without it. So lip balm is a must. And I can also double up as using it as a highlighter. So 2 for 1. And the second thing, bronzer. I like to be bronze. I love bronzer. I do go a bit overboard from time to time, but that's okay. Makeup fades a little bit, so I can always tone it down with a powder brush, but I can also use the bronzer as an eyeshadow also. So as you can see, I'm trying to double up on all of these products that I'm picking and choosing from. And the third product, I'm gonna go with brow powder. So I can fill in my eyebrows and I can double up and use it as an eyeliner. And because I have hyperpigmentation and far, far, far from perfect skin, I can make my little hyperpigmentations into freckles. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, and her second question, it says, not a question, but I can't wait to see you on Saturday. Can't wait to see you on Saturday. So I actually didn't know that there was a Carmi going on Saturday, and she told me, so I'm going because I want to see her and I want to spend the entire day with her, or as many hours as I can with her. So see you Saturday. And the third question that she has is, how do you do top eyeliner without, okay, I know she messaged me asking me a little bit more about this. So she's wanting to do eyeliner with pencil, and she's just trying to find a way for it to not crease. Okay, so I prefer doing an eyeliner with liquid, but I didn't start off with the liquid. In the beginning, I started off with the pencil, and looking at it, it just always looked very unfinished and unpolished, and it just looked like something was missing. So what I would do after that is I would take a flat brush. I have a flat brush right here somewhere. This is not the good one. Okay, so just a flat brush like this, so you guys can see it. And so I would take this and I would take a little bit of eyeshadow and I would kind of like stamp it on, because with the pencils, I felt it would just kind of slip and slide. And depending on if you prime your eyelids, not a lot of people do. I feel like I need to. I don't know if I have oily eyelids. I don't know, but I always like to prime and set everything because I want to make sure that everything just kind of stays put and stays in place. So I'll just kind of tap some eyeshadow on top of it, and it kind of gives you that really nice sultry look without really trying. And if you really wanted to feather out, then take a pointed Q-tip and just kind of just clean it up, and it'll just instantly feather it out. So it'll give you that really nice winged effect. But I would prefer starting off that way. If you want to do pencil, it's a little easier. It's not as hard to remove if you mess up. And then just practice, because once you practice, you'll just get better and it'll just be easier and easier. I also really like gel eyeliners. I feel like they stay really well, and you can always lock in any eyeliner with a little bit of eyeshadow to make sure that it doesn't bleed, smudge, or just, get all over the place. It just kind of gives you that extra little safety net. But I also have an eyeliner hacks, tips, tricks video that I'm planning on filming really soon. So that'll be out soon. So I'll just try to make sure that I get that up as soon as possible, so it's something for you to watch. And I know I have one more question. Okay, so Indira has two questions. First one says, help me prevent my makeup from sliding off my face at the end of the day. Girl, I'm still trying. I'm getting better. I'm testing out a couple of different techniques with primers and foundations and powders. So I'm almost there. Once I've figured out a foolproof system, I will share it. I will make an entire video. I will send it to you. I will tag you, and I will share it with everyone. But right now I'm still testing out a couple of products. I'm testing out a couple of powders and then setting sprays just to really make sure that everything stays on really, really well. So wait for that. It will come very, very soon. It will come before the end of the year, I promise. Okay, and her last question is, what is the best methods of getting rid of hyperpigmentation? Indira, I'm still struggling. You guys see my skin? I still have hyperpigmentation. I'm still breaking out. Things are not going very well, but I'm testing out a couple of other things, but I don't have final opinions and thoughts on it. So before giving any additional advice, let me get back to you on that. I will do a follow-up because you guys know I suffer with hyperpigmentation, I suffer with acne, breakouts, all of that. I don't hide it from you guys. You guys see what my skin looks like. But my only advice to give you currently right now is exfoliate and to try doing the turmeric mask. I have it on my channel, so I can link it down below so it's easier for you to find. And what I've also been using right now, I kind of took a little break because I am breaking out. I do have a microderm at home kit. It's the, I don't remember which one it's from, but it's a personal microderm and it helps with acne scarring, breakouts, and texture. It's just one of those devices that you use once a week. I can't use it because I'm breaking out right now. So those are the 3 recommendations I have for you right now. Let me test out a couple more things and I will do a follow-up video for you guys. But yeah, I think that is pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for everyone who took the time to ask me questions. I hope I answered everything. If you have any other questions and if you like this whole answers questions segment, I can do them on our Friday chit chats. So if you have any questions, just comment them below. Let me know if you want me to answer it in the comment section or if you want me to add it in next Friday's video, and I will do that. But thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on Monday.